Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Dakota Jones before the 2014 Hardrock 100. How are you, Dakota?
I'm doing great, Brian. How are you doing?
Doing all right. We're in Silverton, man. It's awesome.
It's always a good day in Silverton.
Yeah, until about 2 p.m.
Yeah, then it starts nuking, but then it comes back around in the evening.
Perfect.
It's been pretty gnarly weather lately. We've had a little bit more moisture than normal.
Yeah,
and it could happen tomorrow, and they say there's like a flash flood warning, but
continuously it's been, yeah.
Yeah, they said it's decreasing. I think we're going to be just fine. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we all get wet, right?
Exactly.
Haven't melted yet. So you did this race for 2 years and then took last year off.
Yeah, so this will be my third running.
Yeah.
Hopefully my third finish.
What brought you back this year?
I mean, I always intended to come back for sure. I just did it the first 2 years, and after 2012, I didn't have a bad race. I just didn't, I remember the last like 20 miles I was going through like, geez, I need a break from this. Because if you do the same race year after year, it's cool because you come back to the same race. But at the same time, I was like, I want to do something different and kind of mix up my schedule a little. So I did that. Did a bunch of different stuff last year, a little less racing. But I paced here. I paced second place Troy Howard to his like super fast 25-hour something time, which was really fun. And I was running with him like, man, I got to come back next year. And so I put in and got lucky again and got in. And so I just tried to do it right for the third time. And I moved up here and end of May 19th, 20th, something like that, right after I got back from California. Yeah. I've basically been here ever since.
When did the mountains start to clear out enough to get high?
Yeah, I was running on roads a lot. We had a lot of snow this year, or more. I guess we had an average snow this year, which is different from the last few years, which have been crazy dry. But yeah, I mean, I had to run on some of the dirt roads, which you can get up high, but they plow them, so that's why. And you have these like side cuts of snow that are like 15 feet high. It's really cool. And if you go early enough, you can get on top. But actually, it's funny. Like if you in May, if you were like you couldn't go run on the snow because it wasn't forming a crust really. It was still cold enough at night that it was like freezing all the way through, and there's still powder. Like the snow sets up a lot better in June when there's been enough melt freeze cycle that it like solidifies the snowpack. So yeah, I mean, I guess I've been running off trail in the backcountry for at least a month, probably more. Yeah.
You finished third and second here.
Yep.
Good finishes. I don't think that's up to your potential. Do you think that's
either of those? I mean, that's why I'm coming back, right? Yeah. I mean, who knows how I can do, but maybe tomorrow I'll come in and take 10th. But if I run the time or the race that I'm capable of, I'll be cool with that. I'll be happy with it. It's not about place so much. Obviously, I'd like to do well. I'm not going to deny that. But I just the last 2 races I feel like I've made some mistakes and just kind of been inexperienced. This is a big race and it's a postgraduate run for a reason.
And you're only 23 right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so I feel like I'm coming into this with a lot more experience and just have like a lot more strength. I have 2 more years of hard training under my belt than I did 2 years ago, and I haven't done 100 since the last Hardrock, but I think I know the course really well, and I feel really good. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm in a good spot. I'm just going to go out and run a long ways, and it's cool because it's not so competitive. I mean, it is obviously really competitive this year, but it's not like when you start a 50-mile race, you have to go hard right off the bat. Yeah. Or even a 100K. A lot of these hard races, you got to go hard right away. But at Hardrock, the guy who wins is the guy who can go hard at the end, which doesn't necessarily correlate to going hard at the beginning. Sometimes it does. Yeah. Whatever your racing style is.
I mean, that's going to be interesting because there's sort of a set group of people who have a decent shot of winning.
Yeah, there's a few previous winners.
Yeah, and how do you not go wrong with them because they're your friends too?
Yeah, I mean,
if somebody's running fast early, how do you?
I feel like my strength is the times that I've done best have been when I ran my own race. Yeah, and I think that if there's any course that I can run my own race on, it's here because I know this course, I've done it, and I know the mountains, and I've been here long enough this year to get it. So that'll be my strategy.
Have you prepared yourself any differently this year than the previous 2 years?
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot more like I call them quality workouts. So I wasn't just going for volume. I wasn't doing like 180-mile weeks just to get in long runs. I was doing big weeks, but a lot of the effort was coming in doing like interval workouts. So I was doing like longer, not so much lactate threshold, but I did these things called like steady state runs, which are similar to tempo runs. So I'd be going up like 3 by 30 minutes, like up a hill, or maybe 1 by 45 minutes, 1 by 60 minutes, and then I'd tack on another hour or 2 after that. And you do that 3 times a week plus long runs on the weekend, and it's pretty far.
So you feel stronger than you have coming into a hard rock before?
Yeah, I feel like I've got a lot stronger because I was able to do these workouts harder because I've just had more training over the last 2 years, so I'm like coming in, like baseline fitness was higher, and then you know, I don't know, I just ran a lot and I've eaten well, and yeah, I haven't really done much. My life hasn't been that interesting. I get up and I run, and that's kind of the only thing that is of note.
And write about salads.
And write about salads, yeah. I eat a lot of salads too. A lot of good salads and shit. But yeah, it's been great. I mean, I think that's what has actually made me feel so good, is that like I just run, and that's what I'm doing right now.
You love that, yeah. Yeah. You're part of the Hardrock family, and your family also lives around here. Your mom does. And
yeah.
So who's crewing you, and who's helping you out this weekend?
I got my mom to crew me, as usual. She's the loudest person on the crewing
in Colorado.
And I have my cat. He's my little guy, Ralphie. Yeah, actually, my mom is going to have some competition with Joe's mom tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Who's crewing him. They're very loud together. So that'll be fun to see. And then my pacer, I'm going to have Eric Skaggs pace me from Grouse Gulch to the finish. So that's like 40 miles, 42 miles. So
that's some experience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Eric's never done 100, but he's super strong.
Yeah.
You know anything about Eric, he's amazing.
Totally. So, one big part of the San Juans in this race, at least from me knowing you, is your dad, because your dad brought you up here and sort of, was a thing, and he passed away since your last Hard Rock. What's it going to be like?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like full circle, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I came up here with my dad. He kind of introduced me to the mountains, and particularly to the San Juans, and yeah, I mean, it was cool. He got to see my first Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was really nice. Obviously, it'd be cooler if he was here too.
Yeah.
But he's not, and I think he'll be out there with me.
You take him out, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about him along the way.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, enjoy your Hard Rock and run well.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys out there.
For sure. Bonus question. You just sent your mom out to buy peppermint patties.
Yeah.
What's with peppermint patties?
Well, Cliff Bar is working on a peppermint patty recipe, but it hasn't been perfected yet, and so I need to supplement a peppermint patty for every aid station. I mean, I eat mostly Cliff Bar stuff, but it's kind of nice. You got to have different flavors sometimes, and so
you got to mix it up.
Yeah, the cool thing about Cliff is they have so many different varieties, but peppermint patties are pretty special. Mainly, it comes because I did a long run, like a 12-hour run, a few weeks ago. And I went through Uray, and I was feeling pretty bad, and I bought a peppermint patty, and it got me like all the way up the next pass. It was awesome.
So this is like the magic bullet right here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, last time I thought the donuts from the bakery in Telluride were the magic bullet, and I didn't even want it when I came through Telluride. I didn't even take it.
That's generally the case for those kind of things.
Yeah, I know. You're just like, that's going to be amazing, and then it's absolutely terrible.
So when I see your mom in Uray, she'd be like, since Dakota hasn't eaten any peppermint patties, can I have one?
Yeah, if I haven't eaten one, then she'll have a stock. Don't worry.
Nice. Whoa.
Ralphie.
Bye, Ralphie. Bye, guys.